and gentlemen, Legend in My Spare Time podcast.
This podcast is a proud member of the IHOP Network, the International House of Podcasts.
I'm ready.
You got your warm beverage?
Oh, yes.
Right, well.
Legend in My Spare Time.
Legend in My Spare Time contains themes and subjects that may not be suitable for everyone listening. If you're easily offended, we suggest you get your podcast on elsewhere.
Motherfucker.
Legend in My Spare Time.
Legend in My Spare Time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and listeners all around the world, to a brand new edition. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast, Legend in My Spare Time, baby, who, on this very October the 27th, will start its 10th year in podcasting. 10 years, a decade of accomplishing nothing for dozens of listeners around the world, and I couldn't be more proud to have it as my baby. And I also couldn't be more proud than to have my best buddy as my co-host. You all know him as the most exciting man in podcasting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and the only Just Motherfucking Johnny. Well, hello.
I thought you were just going to carry on then, playing my part for me.
Well, I was gonna.
Just to see how long before someone clicks.
Yeah, so, but I don't know how long it would have taken. Maybe I have a little bit too much excitement in my voice, so they would have been able to tell the difference, but I don't know. We don't know that, do we?
We don't know. We'll never know now.
Now we'll never know. So how have you been?
Same old. Nothing ever changes.
I know, it's been some time.
Constant state of...
Fuck it.
Meh.
The fuck it. A constant state of the fuck it. It's been some time since we last did an episode. Do you know how long that is?
I'm going to say 3 months.
Let's take a little look-ski. Now, while we're doing that, we wanted to say welcome back to all you lovely, legendary listeners. See what I did there, Johnny? Legendary listeners?
Oh, because of How I Met Your Mother?
No, they got that from me, sir. What is that? What does that little side of yourself mean?
It didn't mean that I didn't believe you.
Well, what are you on about?
Nothing.
The last time we did an episode was the 18th of July with our good friend Librarian Kate. So, it's now October. So, there we are. Now,
Jeez.
I can tell you, loyal listeners, that it's all been just Johnny's fault, and we'll go into that in just a few moments. But just before we do that, Johnny and I wanted to make mention of a special event that's coming up, didn't we, Johnny?
Christmas.
That's almost correct, because we all know how much you love Christmas. It's known to our listeners around the world that you're a big lover of Christmas. You're like Kevin McAllister. How can you have Christmas without a Christmas tree? Well, on Friday, December the 13th, right here in Pontypool, South Wales at the Pontypool Workingmen's Club, we're going to be presenting a special event called It's a Legendary Christmas Fundraiser. And it's a night of music, a raffle, and fundraising, all in aid of the NSPCC. Now, you can get your tickets from any of the bands, or there's going to be a donation online. And if you're local, you definitely have to come to the event. We are working on the ability to stream it, but those things are very unreliable, especially with how drunk everyone's going to get at a Christmas party. So it's hard to kind of keep that going and keep that running. So we're going to do our best. But if you're local, we highly recommend that you come out to the event, even if you're not local. I can't say much more than that, but there are some non-local folks attending this awesome time. The last time we did this was back in August, and we raised money for the Valindra Cancer Center. We raised over $1,000 buckskis, didn't we, Johnny?
That was August.
Yeah, but like August a year ago, like not August, last August.
I was going to say, it felt like a year ago.
Yeah, it was quite. That was the night we almost lost Fitzy. Well, Dr. Squee almost lost Fitzy, if we're going to be exact. I don't want to get into inside jokes or anything. Dr. Squee's our good friend who hosts the Gallifrey Stands podcast. Check that show out. He's also going to be the MC for the It's a Legendary Christmas fundraiser to save myself being on stage for the entire evening, just like last time. And Johnny, one last thing. We have a special guest going to be at this event, an exclusive appearance in South Wales here. One of my, you're my best buddy. You're the Jay to my Silent Bob, as it were. But my kindred spirit, I suppose, the Grinch, is going to be in the house for this event. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. Just $5 a head and every penny to the NSPCC. What do you got to say about that?
Who's that?
The National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children.
No, who's the fella? This Grinch fella?
Oh, you'll know him when you see him, baby. Now, on this evening, it's going to be the Kings of Carleon. There's going to be myself with an acoustic set and Smoke Room. That's 3 acts, all for $5, including the Grinch with an MC of Dr. Squee. It's going to be a good old time, so we highly recommend, if you're local, you come out. If not, donate some ducats. We'll have a Just Giving page running soon. Maybe you can throw us a couple of buckskis. There you go. Thank you very much for... I shilled enough. I apologize. I'm sure you had lots on your mind, Just Johnny.
As always, yes. Yes, I do.
Well, let's talk about then the reason we've been absent for a while and the horrific experience that I've just been through, which is moving.
You moved?
Yeah. I think you're aware of that because it's kind of like we both moved. Because... usually, most times when I've moved anyway, it's kind of been the same day thing. So you move out of place A and into place B on the same day. And I've always kind of thought, man, wouldn't it be nice to have a couple of weeks to move? Until I had a couple of weeks to move, in which case you find that you're literally just moving for weeks, and that's what it feels like. And you were there with me. You were the wingman. So you know exactly what I'm talking about because it was, and you're a strange one, Johnny, because you love all that shit.
I do. How can you not?
Well, we lifted lots of stuff. We moved heavy things. We carried stuff. We built stuff. We got hurt. We cried a little bit. We bonded. It was an up and down experience, man.
Yeah, but if think about it, the lifting's kind of cool. You get a bit of exercise, pump the blood around. That's good for you.
By the end of that couple of weeks, by the end of that couple of weeks, we were both pretty swole. If I do say so myself, bro. I was huge. I had to walk differently because my arms are huge. You know what I'm saying?
And then you also get the added bonus of finding shit. Realizing I boxed that up years ago. Or finding new toys. It's almost like a Christmas. Well, I didn't realize I had that. Going through all your shit, organizing it.
Absolutely. Rich and I keep calling it Christmas because we're doing exactly that. We're finding things we forgot about and stuff. So I have a story to tell about that as well in a few moments. An interesting one. And kind of I'll get into that in a minute. I don't want to get off track and start being mean already. But listen. So we decide we're moving, okay? And my experience with rental agencies. The listeners know my experience with rental agencies. So... it starts with a disagreement with our current agency, the ones that are on the list of Lees. We all remember, we all love and enjoy the list of Lees. And they're definitely on it, this agency. So anyway, we check in with them and when's our date we want to give notice. And we get in contact with them just about when we think we're ready to give 30 days. They tell us we're off by 15, so we can't give 30 days for another 15. Long story short, it means we have to pay another month's rent. Now, place number B we were told, you can move in October at the earliest. And we keep checking in and we're like, are you sure? Because we want to give notice, as quickly as we can. October at the earliest. Beginning of August, they call us, the house is ready. When can you move in? Can you take possession on Friday? So nothing ever goes how it's supposed to. So now we have 2 places because you don't want to lose it. Now we're paying rent twice in the same month, which is always delightful. It's a really helpful thing, So then just Johnny and I, in between working, because we work together, we're on the same schedule, we just kind of moved shit. Boxes, back and forth, and then...
So fucking many boxes. I didn't realize how much shit you had.
I know.
So you do a carload, and then thought, cool, that's probably half of it done.
No.
Another carload. Another carload.
And then we had to rent the truck.
For such a small house, it was shocking to see how much... stuff, not shit you had.
I know. Well, you just waited. As you kept saying to me, you were happy to do it because then when you move, you're going to repay us by making us help you.
It's like oral sex. You don't do it unless you only do it because you want the return.
You want the receipt. I understand.
Right.
So then there's the day when the IKEA order that my lovely wife had placed showed up. 26 total boxes, ladies and gentlemen, of IKEA furniture showed up. And me and this sap on the other end of the line built it in between eating greasy food and farting and making the room smell of poop and just being typical manly men.
It did stink, didn't it?
Well, it was mostly you, my friend. Now, we rarely got hurt. I remember I tried to stab you at one point accidentally. When I slipped with the screwdriver or the drill or something, and you almost died. There was the time when we drilled right through the wardrobe thing we were building. But overall, I think we did a damn good job.
Yeah, I mean, it's still together after a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we built for like 4 nights straight, and you only cried like twice.
And you were what, 7, 8?
I think I was 9 by the end, but the last one doesn't count.
No.
We all know it's past my bedtime, and those tantrums don't count because those aren't my fault totally.
Totally.
So the new home is wonderful. It's larger. So this is the first Legend recording. It's not the first podcast recording, I'm sorry to say, but it's the first Legend recording in the new house in the MattCave 4.0, which is cool. And it's nice to think back now. As I mentioned before, we're about to celebrate 10 years of this fucking podcast, and all the different rooms, places, and people I've recorded with. So it's cool. And I think this one's we're going to be in this one for a while ski, because I got lots of room for my toys and shit. And it's very exciting. And I look forward to helping it with you build your man cave one day when we do that for you as well. I can't wait, laddie.
And you can see all my boxed figures.
Yeah, well, boxed figures, unbelievable. Like we all know, ladies and gentlemen, or as well that I'm a wrestling toy guy, right? So the other place was a bit smaller, so we had a storage unit, so it was kind of easy to sort of like buy a couple things and just chuck them in the storage, right? Because you don't really see it, and you're like, oh, it's not so bad. So then the one day we're moved in, and I decide I'm going to drive over and get the 1 or 2 tubs of wrestling toys, still mint in the box, mint on card. I'm going to go get the 1 or 2 boxes or tubs. How many total do you think I had?
8.
That's correct. Filled my entire car. All mint on card wrestling toys.
Mint on card.
Unopened for the layman's.
Yeah, you could have just said unopened. Still in the box, as they should be.
Correct. As our dudes in Toyland guys. Now, I don't know if those fellow podcasters of ours are open and let them breathe guys, or if they're mint on card guys. But either way, I got loads of it, and I already don't have enough room. But the toy room is certainly coming together. I love it in here. You would probably not enjoy it because there's too much renting for you. But as you are the one who mocks me about the wrestling toys the most, dudes in their underwear, plastic little men in their underwear, I thought I would just share a little story with you about an occurrence. Now, as I'm going through all these boxes, as you mentioned, you kind of find things you forgot you had. And I find a mint on card Legends Rockers, which is a tag team. I know you don't know that part. Don't worry about it. It's not relevant. Anyway, I think, those things I think that thing's worth, quite a bit of money. Who knows? Again, it's just dudes in their plastic underwear, right? So I'm checking around online, and of course, I'm part of a whole wrestling toy community. Just Jon, don't be jealous, okay? But Twitter friends and Facebook friends, all that with the shared love of wrestling toys, and we hook each other up with deal skis and let each other know where to find certain things and things like that. It's nice. People are nice to each other. You probably wouldn't understand, co-host. Right. So anyway.
No, I was just thinking, you probably wouldn't understand people being nice, he says, insulting me.
Right? See, I'm such a conundrum or something.
And yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, would I really want to be part of that group, though?
I think you would, because you're a collector just like the rest of us.
Yeah, but I'm not
but if it was fucking Wolverine, you'd be going, oh yeah, I have a buddy who also collects Wolverine.
I don't know, though, because it'd kind of be like, that fucker's got it and I haven't got it, that bastard.
Yeah, well, that does happen, of course, but we're also trying to be happy for each other.
Yeah, but it'd be like, fuck that guy. Him and his fucking toys that I don't have, flaunting it, the bastard.
I know. All right, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry for upsetting you. So anyway, I have this rocker set, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, and always remember, Just Johnny, that you are the Marty Jannetty, and I love that you won't understand that reference ever. But anyway, so I kind of go to one of my buddies, and I say, hey man, I got this set. I know you're looking for it. How about we make a deal? So because I've watched Pawn Stars, you always shoot high, right? Because you want to kind of meet in the middle. So we're debating over a price, and then we're kind of haggling over about 25 to 30 or 40 bucks. And we for the time, we kind of part ways, and we say, all right, well, maybe down the road we can make a deal. I then take said figure set, wrap it back in its bubble wrap, and put it back in a container, in a box, in a tub, and set it aside with the other boxes. And after about a day, I'm thinking, if it's just going to sit in that fucking tub over there, I've enjoyed it. It's just been displayed on my wall. Let's just see for the sake of that much money, because whenever I watch those TV shows where they haggle over money, I'm always amazed when they won't make the deal over like $20. They say,
but I mean, think about it. Like, if you were going to sell it for $40, $20 is 50% of that.
Oh yeah, totally. In that case, it's different. But sometimes on those shows, it's like $1,500, and the guy's like, "No, I'm tapped out at $1,450," and the guy's like, "No, I gotta have $1,500." Would you rather just take the $1,450 or miss out on the entire $1,500? Anyway. We weren't going for that much at all. However, we did make a deal. So for a couple of little plastic dudes in their underwear, Mr. Leesy here scored himself a cool, easy breezy 100 pounds. Yeah.
Great British pounds.
How do you feel about them apples?
Well, the only bit of that sentence I understood was £100.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I say sentence, the whole paragraph, like I didn't understand anything else you were saying.
You did. You got the Marty Jannetty reference. You got the...
No, none of it. But £100 is £100.
That's damn right it is, sir. So
yeah, it is.
There we have, just for a little bit of plastic. Things you find around the housey.
You imagine how much you'd get if you sell all of Lucy's? All of Rachel's
Who's Lucy?
Who's Lucy?
No, I would never do that. But I think some of it's worth good money.
I don't know where it's gone. It's just disappeared.
I would just tell her. I think you stole it.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's not in the original box, so she knows that I wouldn't steal it.
All right. Well, now I sold that toy. I almost missed the funny part of the story. I sold that toy near mint. Now, near mint means obviously it's not total mint. It's near mint. It has one little dent in the top, and during my negotiations with the guy, I told him it was my former roommate's fault that the box was dented. Do you know where I'm going with this?
Is it a Nerf? Was it Frodo?
Well, it was Frodo, but it wasn't Nerf. Do you remember when we all lived in that house together? Now, Frodo,
yes.
For those of you who don't know, is the skinny jeans wearing bitch. He's dropped in on the show once in a while. Him and I shared a bedroom wall, didn't we, John?
Yes.
And then something happened. Now, this figure set was on the wall, on my bedroom wall. So, what do you think? What do you think happened to it, Johnny?
I remember, wasn't he having sex, getting fucked up against the wall?
That's right. He was being a dirty boy up against the wall, and Marty and Shawn took a dive, and then Leesy lost like $50 on the deal 5 years later. So there you go. As far as I'm concerned, he owes me $50. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you should bill him. Just send him the bill. Like, hey, dude, you owe me my fucking money.
Yeah, because I had to take this off because of the damage, and it was you getting off for the damage. So now you have to pay the difference. Do you think he'd go for that?
I mean, 50-50. You could try. Worst thing you can say is no.
Yeah, the worst.
You got a chance that you might say yeah.
Well, the worst thing he'll do is he won't reply like usual. So what's the damage?
True.
Ooh, I'm sorry to bring that up for you. He's one of our loyal friends, dear listeners.
What?
But he's hurt.
Is he loyal?
He's hurt Just Johnny's feelings a few different times, related with food plans also. So here's a tipski out there for any of you that ever want to form a lasting relationship with Just Johnny. Don't mess him around schedule-wise, but also don't mess him around when it comes to food scheduling, because it won't make him very happy. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, how many times have I said this? Like, dude, if you don't want to meet up, just say like, oh, I'm just not feeling it, or I forgot I got other plans.
Yeah, just don't ghost
no
you.
worries. Just don't ghost me, and especially don't ghost me when it's like, hey, let's go out for like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, right?
And then ghost me.
He tickled your favorite spot. Now,
He did.
we have our little game nights on Fridays here that none of y'all out there are invited to. But, and sometimes the food takes longer to get here than usual. And folks, you should see this man. You should see this man sulk like it's my damn fault.
Although not quite as bad as Frodo.
Yeah, he's worse. He's worse. But you do throw a right strop.
So does your wife.
Well, yeah, I know. So then I got two of y'all. The both of you just like sulk facing and getting hangry. And then, of course, as soon as the food arrives, there you both are, all happy and bopping side to side and kind of doing your mini dance while you're eating, and then it's all back to normal again.
For like 3 minutes while I inhale the food.
Yes, because you can sure inhale some food, my friend.
But yeah, because the quicker you eat the food, the quicker I can eat the sweets, which I've already started nibbling at that are on the side counter.
Yeah, but the thing is, man, you're in safe surroundings here, so you don't have to eat so fast that, like you think that somebody's trying to steal it from you, because we're not going to steal your food, man.
No, but if I eat fast, then I can start eating your food.
Yeah, but you never do, man, so why not slow down?
No, because I just wait for you to finish.
You scare me.
Why do you think I always go to the toilet after you go like, oh, I'll just put this in the kitchen now? I'm like, well, I'm going to go for a pee. I think you assume that Rachel has emptied it all in the bin. Rachel assumes that you've emptied it all in the bin. No, I've eaten it all.
Well, in future, when I get my leftovers in the kitchen, I'm going to put hot sauce underneath them.
Do it.
And then we're going to see what happens. I'm looking forward to this now. But yeah, like you're a human Hoover, sir.
A Hoover.
Which is weird.
Ooh.
It's very strange because the rest of the time you're Mr. I'm on a diet.
Well, Friday is like the day after diet, so it's kind of like I need to get it all in now. Like everything that I've been
eat everything.
Everything I can't eat throughout the week, I got to eat it now.
And typically, when we order takeout, you will to yourself eat what Rachel and I will share.
Yes,
that's a fair statement.
It is.
Goodness.
Yeah, I do pick on your stuff as well from time to time.
Yeah, I know you do. You're a piggy. Now, speaking of being a piggy, something terrible happened locally.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
You can get McDonald's delivered now, man.
Oh no, curse them.
Terrible news, right? So the other day, I mean, of course, not for people like me who have willpower and have like that mental strength to kind of say no, to those sometimes cravings. So, the rest of people might struggle, but I'm fine. So anyway, yesterday, Rachel and I ordered for like the fifth time.
For the fifth time. It's only been open for a week.
And this dude's, the thing on the little app it's Uber Eats, right? So the app kind of guides you through and lets you know who it is and how long they'll be and things. And it says, Sebastian is on a bicycle. And I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, cool. It shows him on the map at McDonald's, which is like 3 miles up the road. I know, folks. Carbon footprint and all that. But he's on a bicycle. So there you go. So it says he's now leaving and he'll arrive in 3 minutes. Now, you know the distance from where I am now to the McDonald's. I wouldn't say you could do that in 3 minutes on a bicycle.
Oh, fuck yeah, you could easily.
Really?
Wait there.
Like us or normal people?
Well, I do go to the gym. So like maybe me and Rachel.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't want to put this into practice, but you could probably jog it.
Okay, in 3 minutes though? Fine. Fine. Anyway, listen. The point of the story was this blip is now moving because Sebastian's on his way on his bicycle, yeah?
Yeah.
The blip is moving really fast. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? This guy is the fucking Flash and he's delivering food.
Fuck you. Oh my God, could you imagine? Hi, can I have... Oh, there it is.
So within like 2 minutes, I go outside because it says it's time to meet him at the door. And I go outside and here he is pulling up in a car.
Oh.
So when he got out, I said, man, I thought you were moving fast. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, the app says you're on a bicycle. And he chuckles. And then he says, no, I've already had... Now you said it. How long has this thing been open?
Like a week?
Like a week. Poor Sebastian says to me, no, I've already had like 2 bikes stolen from right out front of that fucking McDonald's right there.
Oh.
But like he gets there, the food's already ready. So by the time he walks into the counter and walks out with the food, his bike has been stolen Twice.
Fucking
Right?
savages, man.
That's what I said, quoting the movie, I was like, bunch of savages in this town.
It's fucking, that's fucked up.
Right?
I mean,
it's a little funny, but it's really not funny. Poor Sebastian.
it's fucking, it's just kids as well. Like, it's not even
Right.
like it's just fucking wanking kids.
And they probably took it down the thing there and threw it in the canal.
Probably, because it's like, well, I can't keep this on me because it's
Stolen, yeah. Stupid little
Yeah.
pricks. He's just trying to make a living, man. He's just trying to bring me my fucking McDonald's, you know? And people are stealing from him. So, Uber, there you go. Look after your peeps. Now, have you ever taken...
Ooh.
What's up? What?
I think carry on.
Oh, what's going on? We may have breaking news in a moment, it sounds like.
Oh no, it was just on Google Maps. It's a 13-minute walk,
Yeah,
so it's 0.7 miles.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it could be done in 3 minutes.
It took
Because,
us 9
the
minutes.
record-
Yeah.
The record is a 4-minute mile, just under. So if it's 0.7 of a mile, I think the fastest people in the world could probably just break 3.
So not you, like you claimed before.
No, I'm trying to work it out. Probably 6 then.
It took us 6 to walk to the bus stop where you get the mega bus.
Yeah, but like that's literally a minute away from fucking McDonald's.
All right, so let's say it would take 7 or 8 to walk there. I'm sure this is fascinating for the listeners.
4 minutes apparently from where you get the bus stop to McDonald's. 0.2 miles.
There you go. See, now I want McDonald's. That's all I can think about now.
McFlurry. Mayo. Chicken mayo, plain with just tomato sauce.
No, shut up. That's disgusting. That's not. I can't.
Wait, don't they
cannot
have a
allow
garlic
it.
mayo? Don't they do? Aren't they
it's
doing like a special office of chicken mayo with garlic as well?
Yes.
What would you have?
Well, right now, not that I want to just talk about food, but right now they have the Canadian double stack, and oh my goodness. Now,
What's that?
you're too precious, so you wouldn't like it, so just keep your opinions to yourself for a moment. But it's 2 beef patties with cheese, crispy onions, lettuce, and a maple barbecue sauce.
But then I don't have to have the lettuce or onions.
I know, then why don't you just get a fucking plain cheeseburger then and leave the fucking, right? Like, why
'Cause
bother?
You don't get the maple sauce thing.
You would not, I don't know if you would like the maple barbecue sauce. You're very precious.
I've had barbecue flavored crisps, and I have had maple syrup, so it's like pretty much the
You
same.
kind of like, you do like chicken and waffles.
I do. I love chicken and waffles.
So I don't know why, because I think they might do a chicken one too. But anyway, that'd be my jam right now. I like the Big Tasty when it's around. You know?
Oh, but yeah, 'cause it's fucking huge.
Oh, it's huge, and that sauce is delicious. Now the problem with the Big Tasty, ladies, is the size. Okay, and specifically, now you keep your mind out of the gutter here, okay? But specifically because of the size, I don't like the way it makes my hands smell.
I don't even. Like, there's so fucking much to it. No, I'm letting that one pass. It's just too easy.
All right. So, have you ever ridden in an Uber?
No.
Have you ever stayed in an Airbnb?
No.
Well, we did recently.
Fuck you, living the wildlife.
Right? We went to London, innit, mate? All right. All right, me macca.
Fucking what? You mugging me off?
We went to London and we saw HBK, our good friend of now many years. We're getting old, dude. When you think, oh yeah, back in when it was like, oh, Matt just moved here from Canada. Now I've been here like fucking...
Your bell end.
I've been here like, fuck, what's a bell end? I've been here like 8 years now. It's crazy. We've known Scotty Boy almost that whole time. Because we all kind of met in a group. So anyway, we saw him.
The orgy.
We weren't going to talk about that, were we?
I still get flashbacks.
Exactly. You still cry yourself to sleep sometimes.
Why did you have to be the woman?
Well, because that's what the dice told us to do, baby. Now, we took the Megabus. Apparently, they have it all over the world. You're no stranger to the Megabus. And cheap is the only word I could use that's positive because it took 5 hours to get to London on the bus.
But you know, it's cheap, and I can sleep anywhere. So it's like I'll have a nap and wake up in London.
Yeah, I did have a little nap ski. But so we're standing at the bus stop in plenty of time to go down to see Scotty Boy and also to see John Mayer in concert. And we're standing at the bus stop, and here comes walking now, not driving, is a bus driver who says, "Are you waiting for the megabus to London?" We say yes, and he says, "Right, well, it broke down. It's not coming." So the three of us are going to take a taxi to Cardiff to jump on the bus from there to London. The taxi will be here at 9:25. 25 after for you Americans. 25 after, nope. It shows up at 10 o'clock, okay? Bus is supposed to leave Cardiff at 10 o'clock. So we're driving now to the Cardiff bus stop. We literally get on that. We had paid to reserve our seats because we didn't want to sit next to scumbags. But now it's a totally different bus. We don't get our reserved seats. We did luckily get seats together. And then like 4 hours later, we were in London. Yuck. Now, we were staying at an Airbnb, which, by the way, was delightful. It was in an excellent location, etc., etc. But we didn't know. You know, when you first get there, you don't know where you're going. So we decided to take an Uber to get us to the place. Now, this is fucking cool because you open the app, you click where you are, you click where you want to go. It tells you the price in advance so you don't get ripped off. And then he took us right to where we were staying. Fantastic. The rest of the time, we rode the London Underground, which is a horrendous experience and is also why I sound the way I do this episode. So, it's horrendous, isn't it? You've been on the London Underground.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's not too bad. You hit one, you hit two, and you're like, this is okay. But then there's one random one, which I never know, there's a few actually, that you have to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and fucking hell, it's just getting hotter.
I know.
And hotter, and I don't do well in the heat, and being like fucking a couple of 100 foot under the ground, you're like, yep, this is where I die.
You just sweat like buckets, and people step on you and push you out of the way and shove you. And I saw a lot of, now I'm not being sexist, but I did notice it was a lot of women like who lived in London kind of making faces and making remarks at tourists who obviously don't know how to use the underground. And that's annoying. I don't like that. How are we supposed to know, you know?
It's like everyone starts at zero. Like, you know, it's like laughing at someone, an overweight person at the gym. It's like, fuck you, they're trying.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. It's not like I remember when I went to Atlanta for the Comic-Con, Dragon Con. I'd never obviously been there before. And I got in on the subway car and kind of stood, I guess I stood in a spot you're not supposed to stand in, to which I was told to move over, and then people were kind of like pulling faces at me, and I'm like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to know if you guys don't fucking, right? Like, I don't live here. So anyway, that's kind of, there's a few people like that, which I didn't like, but other than that, London was awesome. Do you know who Mary Berry is?
No.
She's like a famous chef, I guess. She makes pastries and cakes over here. Anyway,
and as someone who has like a very diverse palate.
Well, yeah. And if it wasn't for the... Yeah. Well, but if it wasn't for the court documents, we were going to start your cooking show, remember? So...
I missed that. That was going to be huge.
I know, but because of that friggin' lawsuit, we can't, and we're not even allowed to talk about it. But anyway, we walked right by her one evening. We got our drank on a little bit. And it was just a lovely time.
Shandies.
Oh, no, I was drinking the straight ones, I was. Thank you very much. All right?
The what?
I was drinking real beer, I was. All right?
All right.
Straight beer, I was. No fucking lemonade. All right?
Although I do like the taste of a shandy.
Yeah, shandy does taste better. You're absolutely right. But we had a lovely steak meal. We kind of hung out in London. We rolled around. Now, here's a story I want to tell you about something that happened in London. Maybe the listeners can help us out here and let me know what they think the fuck is going on, okay? But here we go. Now, the two of us, Rachel and I, get to Oxford Street, which is like the big shopping center, right? It's kind of like it's the big shopping center. I don't know what other way to say that. We get there, we're walking around, we're looking at stores. We went to Primark, and let me tell you, Johnny, this Primark is fucking huge.
It is London, isn't it?
It's
18 stores, 18 floors.
I think it's as big as Cumbrae, to be honest with you.
All of Cumbrae, entirely.
All of it. Pod Newid all the way up to Thornhill, I think. That's a lovely local reference. Anyway, so we're kind of walking around, and we hit a couple of those, like, you know, the token, like, London tourist shop, and it's, like, literally the shirts and the, you know, my mate went to London, all I got was this t-shirt, or London 2019, you know the shop, the fridge magnets, the bottle openers. So we go into this shop, and all of a sudden, we're just kind of walking around for a minute, and my inside voice goes, "Hey, man, it smells like weed up in this motherfucker. Damn." So my instinct immediately, allegedly, is to sniff my shirt, okay? Because I'm like, uh-oh. No. And maybe it's just a passing thing. Maybe it's just something else, and my brain's just picking up on it, and I kind of keep walking around, and then it's, no, man. I smell goddamn, I smell weed. So I'm looking around. I look over the corner where they got a whole wall of like glass bongs and shit, and there's this dude standing there with a little plastic container, and he's taking the lid off and he's letting people smell it. And that's obviously when I'm getting the big woof, and my inside guy's going, "Hey, that smells good," allegedly. So I walk over and I see kind of like the CBD oils and all those kinds of things that you can get legally anywhere at this point, right? And then next to that, I see a little container of brownies. And next to that, a little container with 3 cookies in it. And I'm thinking, what? Hey, man, they got edibles in here? I'm thinking, no. There's no way. These must just be like CBD cookies, right? So the dude walks over and tells me these are 1,000 milligrams and opens the lid for the cookies. And these things are a deep green. Now, have you allegedly ever seen a marijuana cookie, Just Jon? An oregano cookie, shall we say?
I don't think I have. A brownie, but not a cookie.
All right, so the brownie's brown, so it's not going to show the color as much, but these things are deep green. There's 3 of them. Yeah, but
there's different ways to do it. Some people just put the actual oregano in there, where other people take the oil out of the oregano.
Exactly. Now, one of them doesn't get you, like, when it's CBD, which is legal, it doesn't get you high, correct? So, but this
Allegedly.
stuff looks and smells like the weed that killed George Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nose hairs were kind of like, God damn. But he shows me, he says, "Oh, you should try it." And at first when he said that, I thought he was going to give me a sample. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'll try a little bite. Shit, that ain't going to kill me, right? He does not. He closes the jar, shows me the bottom price. Again, 3 cookies. Not the ginormous like the M&M cookies, but like just normal chocolate chip cookie size. How much do you think he wanted? He said, I'm sure he said 1,000 milligrams, 3 cookies. What do you think the price was?
1,000 milligrams each.
I don't know whether it was in all 3, and I feel like 1,000 is a lot because didn't Uncle Joey Diaz eat like that much? But anyway, yeah. So 3 cookies, say 1,000 milligrams each.
I'm say a tenner for the 3.
Well, you fucking wish, man. $79.99.
Fuck, why would you pay that for that?
Well, exactly, because one, if it's real, it's highly illegal, okay? And it could be a sting operation. I don't know. They do some fucked up things for reality TV these days, right? So I don't want to be the guy standing there and then getting busted on camera for trying to buy weed cookies, right? So I don't understand why they're allowed to do it. I'm not even sure it's real because sometimes you go in gift shops and they have like the lollipops or the suckers with the weed leaf on them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm like, nah. Now if it would have been $10, like you said, I may have allegedly attempted them. Okay, for 10, you'll take a shot, right? 10, you'll take a swing at the pitch. You know what I mean?
And I suppose as long as you just say, like, these are legal, yes.
Well, I said to him...
Because then if he says, yeah, they're legal, then you can't be held accountable for, like, you just thought you were buying CBD.
Well, when I asked him, because I said, I kind of went into my, like, I'm cool, bro, kind of voice, and I was like, yo, how can you sell this? And he literally just didn't answer me. He just shrugged, and he said, you should try it. So... needless to say, I didn't try it, but I was very, very, very perplexed as to how this is allowed to happen. Because if it's illegal, surely you lose a business license or something like that, right?
No, you get arrested for
right. Well, I saw it in 2 different stores, dude. So what the fuck is going on?
Unless there's certain people pushing it a little bit and just
who knows? Like, but there's police walking around Oxford Street all the time. Yeah. So not one of them has gotten a woof of it or seen it or nothing? Nothing? I mean,
unless they're on the take.
I think oregano should be legal anyway. I'm just asking the question to ask the question, But I definitely... It should
be like alcohol.
Well, yeah.
You can't have it if you're like fucking 12, because we've seen a few people in work who are, I've smoked it my whole life. Yeah, mate, it fucking shows.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct. It's unfortunate.
Liability. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very true. So needless to say, I did not think the best time to maybe try one of those things would be riding the underground around. But there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Very strange. We then headed off to the John Mayer concert, which was lovely. We left you at home this time.
Yeah, I didn't have an excuse in time, so...
Fair enough. Well, we left you at home anyway. So the concert was wonderful, amazing. We love ourselves some John Mayer. Rachel and I have been seeing John Mayer for probably like 10 years now. You know, we've seen him a bunch of times. It was a great concert.
Dude, you should just buy one of his DVDs and save yourself a hell of a lot of money.
Well...
Okay, good answer.
We have a Blu-ray. We're not monsters. We don't have DVDs.
Well, the implication that it was a Blu-ray or your preference, VHS, 8-track, whatever, you know.
Look, 8-track was amazing. Vinyl is outstanding. You know, don't judge. But we attended the concert. You ghosted my photo that I sent you.
You sent me wait. Let's go back. Let's have a look.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go way back when.
Do you know what time you sent me this?
Oh no, I don't, because I wasn't going to work. So.
No, 23:55.
Oh, did I really?
5 to midnight.
No, I didn't. The concert was well over by then.
Well, you motherfucker, wait there.
No way. I'm checking my WhatsApp too.
Fuck off. What are you doing?
2031, you son of a bitch. That's what my phone says. 2031.
Wait there. Give me a sec. My phone's discarded.
Take as many seconds as you want. It was 2031 when I sent you the picture of John Mayer.
Okay, so what does that say that I just sent you? Oh, wait there. That's the same picture. Wait there. My phone's been fucking playing at something fierce. Got saved now?
Got some great stuff at the... No, that's a different message. Hang on.
How good are we at tech?
I'm telling you, mine says 2031, dude.
Yours might say that, but mine does not. Okay, gallery, all media, screenshots. Fuck yeah. I just sent you a screenshot. Open that up. What does it say?
Okay. That says 23:55 or whatever.
So you might have sent it your time, 20, whatever.
It was London. It's the same time. It's the same time.
Perhaps you didn't have signal.
Well,
so why didn't I not get it?
Well, look at my screenshot, biatch. Look what I just sent you. 2031.
Oh, that's a dick pic.
2031, and it's double blue, motherfucker, meaning you saw it and read it.
Yeah, that doesn't tell you that I saw it and read it at 2031, you twat. That just means I've opened up my WhatsApp message at night, like now. If you send me a message right now, it look double blue just means I've seen it. It doesn't. That's not the time that I've seen it. How do you not know that's how things work?
How do you not know how things work? That's a very rude thing to say. I'm an intelligent person.
I'm intelligent, but I can hear it flapping.
Well, there you go. So whatever. Why are you yelling at me?
So, you come at me with attitude, and I have to lay you straight with facts.
You're a mirror, see?
Oh, you're rubber and I'm glue. No, wait. I'm glue. No. I'm rubber and you're glue. I think I got it.
Oh, yeah? Well, you smell like poo.
I just farted. Okay. Wait.
You're my big grown-up boy, aren't you?
Fucking right. I'm a grown-up. But anyway, you were saying you sent me a picture. Oh yeah, it's not that I didn't respond. It's just that
you didn't respond.
I didn't get it until way after bedtime.
Well,
I said Saturday night, wasn't it? Or was it Sunday night?
Sunday night, but I sent it at 8:30.
I didn't get it until later.
Well, my thing says you saw it at 8:30.
Until the 6. It did not. The double blue just means I have seen it. That double blue is not time. Right. Okay. Send me a message right now.
This is great content for the listeners, isn't it?
Oh, it fucking is. Because I guarantee that other people, maybe tomorrow, maybe in a week's time, are going to have this exact same argument, and they're going to realize, wait a minute, I heard about this. No, fuck you. You're wrong.
I just sent fuck you at 18:18.
Okay. So let me know So 1818, and it says 1818 on the time next to the message.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to give it a few minutes, and then I'm going to open it and double blue it.
Oh, I'll double blue you in a minute, mate. All right.
You could double blue green, mate. What's going on with you? I find that highly offensive.
I find you highly offensive.
Using colors to a colorblind person.
We haven't podcasted in months, and we've already insulted each other.
Fucking right we have.
I fucking sent that to you, that picture of John Mayer at 8:30.
Yeah, but the double blue does not mean...
I think it does. The double blue means you read it.
Yes, it means I've read it, but that's not the time that I read it at.
So we're going to prove it, are we? We're going to prove it in a moment, are we? Okay.
We're going to fucking prove it in a moment.
Well, I hope the listeners are loving this shit.
They are fucking loving this. How can you not love this shit?
Now,
top up.
While we're waiting... Wait, are you Googling so you can argue back with me?
No, I was just going to say, you tell me when, a few minutes have passed on your end, and I will look at it.
Well, 2 minutes have passed, so how's that?
Okay, so that should be enough, yeah?
Yeah, okay, that should be enough, yeah? Don't get fucking chesty with me.
Okay, so I've read it, and now what does it say? 1818 double blue? Yeah!
No.
Yeah! Fuck you! Oosh!
No.
You just got schooled, son.
No.
Fucking old people trying to think they know technology.
I'm
Take
like
a seat, boy.
I'm like a year older than
boy.
you.
Take a seat, boy.
Who the fuck?
Sit down before you get knocked down, son.
Well, I sent it at 8:30 anyway. So does that mean
double blue?
Does that mean you read it at 23:55?
No, that just means when it came through to me.
Why did it take that long?
Probably because you might have had shit signal because you were in London town.
All right, yeah, the signal is surprisingly terrible for the fucking, the capital.
I don't know, phone. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know phones? You know how the double blues work. Yeah, you know how the fucking double blues work, though, don't you, buddy Ski?
If it proves you wrong, I fucking know it all, sir.
Now, in a couple of weeks, we're going to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, so we want you listeners to send us sound clips, don't we, John?
Do we? 1 second. 10-year anniversary. Like, do you know that every anniversary, 50 is like gold and all that shit? Apparently, 10-year wedding anniversary, the gift that you give is traditionally marked with tin or aluminium. So both materials represent the durability and flexibility needed to sustain a loving union. As far as jewelry and gemstones are concerned, diamond is the stone of choice for the 10th wedding anniversary. So, are you getting me a diamond then? No, I'm going to give you a fucking, can of beans or something. Or aluminium. An aluminum hat? Actually, I'm going to get you a fucking poster with the chemical sign for aluminium. That's a fucking periodic table. I don't want a periodic table. Can't you get me like a Ghostbuster or something? Aluminium. Aluminium gift. Aluminum. Aluminum. No, it's coming up with the... Aluminum. No, aluminum. No, it keeps autocorrecting to aluminium. Look. Let's move on with your incorrect pronunciation, okay? Yeah, actually, yeah, it's going to... Because I have one more thing that made me angry that I'd like to talk to you about before we wrap up this historic return episode. But please, folks, don't forget to send us your sound clips through Facebook Messenger or legendinmypodcast@gmail.com or however. Get it to us. We want to play it for our 10-year anniversary show in which Just Johnny's going to give me a present, I think. A can of beans. Now. You said now and then you just didn't speak. Now. You just said now and you didn't speak. I come home yesterday and Rachel's already at home because she's also got the London Underground bug, you see. Okay. And she says to me, oh, the TV's not working. The satellite's not working. So I look out front. I do the typical resets, like us old people do. Have you switched it off and on again? So I do all that stuff. I think, okay, let's check the dish and see if there's anything wrong with that. I go outside to check the dish, and there's a massive fucking scaffolding directly in front of my dish. Oh, okay.
Just
You didn't hear people setting up scaffolding in front of your...
I wasn't home. Okay, smartass?
Okay.
So, it's completely blocking the signal. I go outside, there's a phone number on it, I call the dude, and I'm like, hey, you put up some scaffolding, it's blocking my TV service.
Over here.
He says, I'll be there in 15 minutes and I'll have a look. I don't hear anything. We move to the next day, and which is today, and I think we hear people working around out there. I take a look, and there's nobody. I send the guy a message 24 hours after I called him. I sent him a message saying, hey, man, your scaffolding is still in my way.
Sorry, to interrupt. So you went outside, and you said to some dude, there's scaffolding, and he said, I'll be there right now.
No. There's a phone number on the scaffolding.
Right, sorry.
I called the phone number. He said, I'll be right there. He never turned up. I waited a full 24 hours, and I sent him a text saying, all right, the scaffolding's still in my way.
You fucking can't.
He doesn't answer, and then I'm cleaning up after some food, and Rachel comes in and says, the scaffolding guy was just here. He says there's nothing he can do about it, and it's not moving for a week.
Who put it up? Go on, give me the more information. Who's put this shit up?
Well, he did, but they're doing work on the roof, which is going to take him at least a week. He's not going to take it down, and the work doesn't even start until Monday.
Okay, yeah, dickhead. I knew that he put it up because he's a scaffolding guy, but I mean, why? Like, does the landlord know about this? Did he greenlight this?
It's not on my house, it's on the neighbor's house.
But you didn't say that. You just said it's covering your sky dish.
Well, my sky dish is on the outside of my house, obviously. I thought that was clear. And now the neighbor's house has had scaffolding put up, which blocks my fucking satellite dish.
There's no need to get excited.
Well, you called me a dickhead.
I've called you worse.
That guy's back on the podcast. He called me a dickhead again.
Called me who'd you be speaking to? Right, Mum?
Exactly. Now listen, I have no power here. I can't do anything about it. I just have to wait. And we all know how contractors and things work. They tell you a week, it's going to be like 3. So I figure I'll call the fucking Sky Service people. Yeah, I'll tell them, freeze my fucking Sky for a couple of weeks while I can't use it. Nope.
Any reason? Like, oh yeah, sorry mate, we don't do that.
That's basically what they said. No, sorry mate, we don't do that, you cunt.
Yeah, fucking keep paying us. It's not our fault you can't fucking get it because of
the fucking scaffolding. We don't have scaffolding insurance. You can't. So
wanker.
He tells me, the person on the chat, because I prefer to chat than talk to a human. The person on the chat tells me, oh, why don't you just use Sky Go on one of your devices? And I'm like, well, I can fucking steal Sky Go, motherfucker. Shit. But I pay for it so I can watch it on my nice big TV in my living room. I don't want to watch it on my fucking phone.
That was a really bad customer service. Like, I'll just watch it on your phone.
So
no, I'll cancel it, mate. I just pirate everything. Fuck you. Right?
So I end the chat with, well, thanks for nothing. And then there's a response from the person I'm chatting with was, great. Glad I could be of help. Have a great day.
Mm.
And then I got the text that said, how would you rate this service?
And please say you slated the piss out of them.
It was solid 0s, my friend. So I do find a way where there's an app you can use on the PS4, but it doesn't give you access to your recordings or anything like that, which is quite annoying. Even recordings on the actual hard drive I can't use because I don't have signal. Because you can't use your recordings unless they can validate you have an active membership, and the way they do that is by bouncing back the satellite signal.
Which is clearly working swimmingly.
Which is going to be there for at least a week. Fuck my life.
So, all in all, you've had a pretty good week.
Yeah, I have. It's been fucking wonderful. It's frustrating, but what can I do? You know what I mean? If the guy's got to get his roof fixed, he's got to get his roof fixed. Fuck it, right? Fuck me.
Do you want to finish the podcast first?
Well, we should do it on it because that's got to be a first.
I don't think I'm that big.
That's definitely correct. It's definitely correct because I've heard it flapping. Now, before we close,
go on.
I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest with you. I was farting and didn't know whether I was going to miss traffic, run a red light, if you know what I mean?
No, I don't, because we've had this conversation before where you asked everyone in work, like, have you ever shit yourself? And like 99% of people said, yeah, loads of times. And I'm like one of the only people you ever know that's never shit himself.
Fine. So that's what was happening. Anyway, before we close off, we got asked by a loyal listener named Josh, who wanted us, he said it would be cool if we finished off our episodes with random facts. So I have scored a bunch of random facts, and I'm going to give that to you as we close out our episode. Isn't that exciting?
Is it?
Yeah. Now, firstly, folks, we want you to join us at our Christmas event. It's a legendary Christmas fundraiser. There'll be a Just Giving page active soon. The 27th of this month marks 10 years of podcasting for the Legend in My Spare Time show. We want you to send us your sounders. We want you to send us your voice clips. Please get involved. You know what I'm saying? We'd love to have you. Just Johnny might even be here for this one, so it's very exciting. Okay, are you ready for your random facts, my friend?
Yes. Is it that is actually sound effects and
I
that's
hit
not
stop
actually
on the
it?
recorder accidentally. Now, I have got some categories. You pick the category, and I'll read you a thing, okay?
Cool.
Interesting, fun, nutrition, funny, unbelievable, did you know, animal, mind-blowing, or weird?
You are asking a lot, because I can't remember none of what you just said.
Well, if you pay attention...
Okay, right. Wait,
I'm just trying to do something nice for the listeners.
Wait there. I'm going to read out, right, 15 fucking words, and I want you to say them all back to me in order, yeah? Or should you just admit that was actually a big thing to ask me?
Well, look, why don't you... I thought you would just stop me when you heard one you wanted.
But no, you didn't pause. You didn't give me, like, the... I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm a professional.
Fine.
Stop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was 9 things, okay, dickhead? So, can you do this? Why don't you just pick a number between 1 and 9, you fucking
5.
jerk? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, you picked unbelievable facts. Thank you very much.
I don't believe it.
Pick a number between 1 and 16, you fucking jerk.
I just picked one.
No, another one between 1 and 16 this time.
62.
1 and 16.
5 again.
Don't get out. You're the one being difficult. Don't sigh at me.
Don't get excited.
Well, you picked a really shitty one, so you're ruining the segment right off the gate. But it says here the population is expected to rise to 10.8 billion by the year 2080. So you've been listening to your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast. I've been Just Johnny.
And I've been professional Matt Lees.
Please get the fuck off of our podcast. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. Say goodbye, John. You ruined it again.
Goodbye, John. You boomed it again.
Spare time.
Legend